Hey everyone, so today we're going to be working on making our gesture drawing people. We're going to do it out of cut paper. We're going to start by first of all, we need to establish how large our person should be. Remember, 7 heads tall. We're going to draw out our gesture drawing version, and then we'll flip that gesture drawing out over, and we can see that this person over here was drawn that same way. And then we will add different clothing for them using different colors of paper. Facial features will be added later on using a thin Sharpie, and hair will be made using a piece of colored paper that represents your hair. Let's go ahead and see how to get started. So I'm going to move things off to the side so we can see. So we're going to start out with these long sheets of paper. Some of you, this is going to be the right size. For others, you might need a different size. But for most of us, it's going to be this size, especially if you have a vertical picture. If you need to use a smaller paper or a wider paper, use what you need to be successful. But for the most part, many of us are going to use this size. Just like we've been doing when we've been learning about our gesture drawing, we need to make sure that our person's body size makes sense. So they need to be 7 heads tall. So we measure. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then he's the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there. Whole person. Then you can just plug and play. So right here to 3, we have belly button halfway down. We've got our hips. Then I'm going to remember your person should be in motion. Hips are as wide as the face from side to side. Then we have our actual hip joint. Your femur is the longest bone in the human body. It's 2 full heads long. Then we've got a head and a half. Right there is a half. And a foot from the front will look like a triangle. And I'm going to have this person kind of look like they're doing ballet. So I'm going to draw a foot that looks like it's pointed. So there we go. I got a little pointy foot. Then again, I'm going to measure. Make sure these are the same distance, same size. Do a little joint. Bring it back. Make sure it's the same size. Look at that. And then again, I'm going to draw the foot. Here we go. And then I'm going to draw the shoulder. So this person's going to have shoulders here. Shoulders are as wide as the head tilted on the side times 2. So shoulders are wider than our hips. I'm going to have this person's arms go above. Your upper arm is 1.5 heads. There we go. I'm going to measure that. Measure this over here. Trying to go quickly. And then your lower arm is 1 head. So there we go. Now some of you might be wondering why I'm drawing on this marker. So I'm doing it so that you guys can see. You'll use your pencil. Now with gesture drawing, we start with step number 1. First things first. Then we draw on the bones. Over here, person has a rib cage. They have muscles on their legs. They have calves. And it goes down. It doesn't go down to nothing. It'll go down to a thickness that represents the size of your ankle. Knee goes in front. Here's my thigh. Don't forget about a neck. Shoulders, arms bubble around. Arms are bigger at the top, smaller at the bottom. After every section. Do the same thing over here. Here we go. There it is. Okay. I have got every person done, ready to go. Also make sure your person is the right size for your picture. Then you're going to cut the whole thing out. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me cut this whole thing out, but you're going to literally cut around the entirety of your design. Make sure it's nice and neat because this will be your final person. I have seen some students try and cut out their plan sheets. You are not cutting out your plan sheet. Your plan sheet was just a plan. You are going to redraw it on this sheet of paper to create your person. You are not cutting out your plan sheet and then tracing it. You need to redraw it. Also, if you've forgotten how to draw a person, look back in your portfolios, see what you missed, see what you need to review. Also look at the examples that are around you and see where you can find information around the classroom to help you be successful. Now, one of the things about this person is that there's a part inside of the arms that I cannot get to right now. And that is happening because the arms have been created in an enclosed circle. So I have to fold the paper in order to get in there. If you have a part of the body, so I'll talk about this in just a second. If you have arms that need to reach across the body, redraw it on a separate sheet of paper and put it across the body. If part of your body gets chopped off, like this person doesn't have a hand, redraw it on that paper, on the scraps, and draw it there. Now, going back to this part, to cut this part out. Fold it, make a little snip, put your scissors inside, and then go forth and conquer. Get your person all nicely cut out. Okay, so I do that whole thing. Now, once you have that accomplished, you are going to start designing your clothing for your person. So you need to get colored paper that represents the style of clothing or the color of clothing that you want. If you want to create a whole dress, get longer paper. If you want to create something that has a design on it, get multiple colors of paper just so it has that design. But you put the person on top. You put it this way so that the drawing is face up. And then you're going to trace your person. So tracing my person, I'm not designing the clothes yet. I'm just tracing the person so I know how big I have to make the actual clothing. So I'll design it after I have this person traced. I'm all traced out. Okay, now I can design what I want this to look like. So do I want it to be a crew neck? Do I want it to be a V-neck? Do I want it to have sleeves, little cap sleeves like this, little short sleeves? If I wanted to make this into a shirt, I could draw a line. If I wanted to make it into pants or shorts, I could draw those lines. But I think this person I'm going to have a skirt. So I'm going to decide how I want the skirt to look. Once I have that design done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut out my design. So I've cut out my design here. Take my whole thing. I know, watch me cut. So much fun. Cut neatly. You might actually want to give yourself like a little bit of room around the edge when you cut so that you don't actually have part of your person's skin showing through. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Got this cut out, and then I flip the whole thing over, and there's my outfit. If I wanted to create a detail, again, I would trace it, cut it out, do it on top. For hair, same thing goes. Put it behind the head. Trace, actually, gotta do it opposite. Put it behind the head. Trace where the head is going to go. Ha, got it. Okay, so about that. What I'm doing is I'm tracing around the head so I know where the head's going to be. I have it face up again so that this part that I drew on, and then I can design what I want the hair to look like. For everybody, hair sticks off of our head. If you have braids, think about the chunks of hair. You can even cut out the braids so that it's showing the different layers. You have your whole thing. In the back, you won't really see it. Then I'm going to cut this out. I have this cut out now, and I'm going to flip it all over, flip it over, and there is my person's hair. If I wanted to go another step further and maybe make this person have bangs, maybe I want there to be bangs right here, I can fold this, make a little slit just like I did before, stick my scissors inside of there to make the slit the size that I'd like it to be. Put this down, flip it around, and then make the hair on top. There we go. She's stuck on all the pieces of paper. There we go. So there we go. I have bangs. Woohoo! Look at that. and draw facial features in with a pencil. So, or with a marker. So pencil first and then marker on top. Okay, so that is how we build our person. I hope this all made sense and that you got all your questions answered. All right, my people, if you have any questions, let me know.